Jagdeep Dhankhar has condemned and questioned the delay in an FIR registration in Judge Yashwant Verma cash scandal row. He has in fact also questioned the systematic silence and raised concerns over the probe by the panel of 3 judges, the 3-member Supreme Court committee, which was inquiring the entire case. He's also in fact asserted that there has been a delay in the matter and that an investigation hangs in balance and must be conducted with expedition. Further, he's also said that in a democracy, every institution must be held accountable, and escaping probe is equal to making that institution the sole rider, the sole header of democracy. Also, listen in to Vice President Jagdeep Dhankhar's fiery statements against the delay in the FIR.
We are confronted with a jarring reality, a judge's residence. Democracy blossoms. It is inescapable that we hold every institution accountable and every individual accountable and in accordance with law. The entire nation was worried. An incident took place on the night intervening 14th and 15th of March. A nation of 1.4 billion did not come to know about it till after a week. Just imagine how many such other incidents may have taken place of which we are not in the know of it. Because every such transgression of integrity impacts common man, impacts those who believe in rule of law, in merit, and therefore we have to be unsparing about it. The motto of the Supreme Court, which you must have seen number of times, I saw it every time. Yeto dharm tato jay. Where there is dharm, there is victory. Or satyamev jayate. Truth has to triumph in this case.
Also joining me on the broadcast is Vivek Reddy, who is the president of the Karnataka High Court Bar Association. Sir, thanks for speaking to Republic. I want to understand what is the next action that you're eyeing as the president of the High Court Bar Association. We remember this entire momentum had gained a lot of traction just 2 months back when the entire High Court Bar Associations from across the country were out and about on the streets demanding justice over what came out to be a case of questioning the morality and even the dissonance of the Supreme Court of India.
Well, I think this is a very important issue. I'm really glad that the Vice President has again raised this issue and brought it to the forefront, because amidst the war and various other issues, this had gone to the background. Now, given the situation, the circumstances, the lodging of the report by the 3-member panel as per the Judges Investigation Act, I think the Supreme Court has to now immediately clamp down and lodge the FIR and allow the process of law to continue. Unfortunately, we're very sad to say that this has not happened. In a recent conference where about 20 High Court Bar Association presidents participated on on April 26th at Allahabad, we all decided unanimously that there must be a lodging of the FIR and the logical process must be taken forward. Unfortunately, this has not happened till date, and we are quite astonished. And what the Vice President said, the most important issue, that incident happens on March 14th, but it comes to the open public knowledge and in the media only about 8 to 9 days later. And where are we heading if this is the situation? The lack of accountability in the institution is the major issue with respect to judicial institutions in our country. Yeah. And the Honorable Chief Justice Sanjeev Khanna had taken it in the right direction. He wanted to clamp this, and I wish the Collegium moves forward on this. Yeah. This is what we are expecting. The Collegium must take a clear stand, and there should be a zero tolerance for corruption. And only when this happens can we expect our Indian judiciary to be the best in the world.
Right. Mr. Reddy, in fact, quickly, I also want to understand, the Vice President, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankhar, he's called this the classic case of arrogance being personified. The fact that the FIR is not just being delayed, but also this entire case probe is not being made public. Do you think that this is the correct thing to have been done, especially when the entire point of contention here is the fact that this case puts the judiciary in the light where the confidence of the public is being lost in the justice system?
Absolutely. In the earlier investigations of various other judges of other high courts. Yeah. This was about a decade ago or 2 decades ago. That was an age where the judiciary could could say that we will not publish the report. But now the truth is something that has to be known to everybody. I mean, even the judiciary is not an arena where truth can just lie there in the reports. No, it has to come out in the open. It may embarrass the institution. This is what we told the Collegium when we met the Collegium. It may embarrass the institution, but report has to come out. Yeah. People have to know what is the health of this institution, what is really going on in this institution. And the institution must, as Justice Dhankhar categorized it as arrogance, I would say that the institution must come forth and say that, look here, we are open to scrutiny and we are open to every type of scrutiny in these days of where people ask questions, and there is nothing wrong in questioning and asking that the institution must set itself to the highest standards of integrity. This is what we are asking. And if they close the report, bury the report, then the impression would be that they are not open and they are not coming out. And also the declaration of assets. We want all the Supreme Court judges to declare their assets. And we want all the High Court judges to declare their assets. Well, only when there is this sort of a foolproof mechanism. If we can say that MLAs, MPs have to declare assets as public servants, why not judges? Even they have to declare the assets. Why the hesitation? So this is what we are asking. I'm glad Dhankhar, the Vice President of India, has raised these questions because this is necessary to take the institution in the right direction. Yeah. And the Collegium must follow suit. They must move in this direction. There must be reform, and they must ask themselves these questions. And they must say, it is not arrogance, then they must be open and frank. Yeah. So that frankness in the institution must be there.
Right. Mr. Vivek Reddy, thanks, many thanks for speaking to Republic and giving us your time. Viewers, that was the president of the Karnataka High Court Bar Association. Now, shifting focus, viewers, we're getting you news from the Valley, where the security forces continue to maintain tension in Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, the Indian Army Bomb Disposal Squad has destroyed another live Pakistani shell in a small village in the Poonch sector in Jammu and Kashmir. This comes in a string of attached cases. Throughout multiple days, in the past week at least, we've seen the detonation of 4 to 5 completely dud Pakistani missiles. In fact, today, the Indian Army's Bomb Squad Disposal Squad swung into action yet again